right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call him like how Bashem Yahshai Bashem Kakwadash, double honors to the pastor of his great millstone. And peace. Salutation to the elect. And you got your boy Mike Epps. Your boy Mike Epps got a new stand-up. Um released, I think, like this week, called Ready to Sell Out. Which these people, they don't hide nothing. Okay. The elites and the powers that be in the society, they've been showing you everything since the influx of the internet and all that, the social media and everything. They've been putting it on all the movies, all the TV shows, everything. They have they have the images. They have the Super Bowl. You just seen like not too long ago, maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago when the Super Bowl was. They had every commercial has some pyramid in it or some craziness going on. But usually they will have like usually they'll have like a checkerboard floor every Super Bowl, every commercial. I mean, they even do it, on regular time. But that's like Satan's hour. That's like Satan's hour, man. So they got all the illuministic shit, in every music video. That's especially that's towards the so-called Black, Latino, and American community. The Jake Israel, the tribes, they're gonna put all that stuff in your face to the point where you can't see it, because some things are just so in your face. Some things are just so obvious that you just like you're blinded by the light. Like the light could be right in your face, and you could be blinded by it, right? Because it's just too much of it, if you will. So a sellout is a corporate. So a sellout is a corporate bargain. Um, dispose entirely of one's interests in a company. Okay, but in our in this term of definition, it would be a person who betrays a cause, organization, or the like. That's what's the cause? His people. You betray your own people when you sell out to the white man. When you sell out, ready to sell out. What that mean? Ready to sell out. You this is, the people will say, oh well, he's talking about the show. He's ready to sell out the show. No, these comedians, they've been told you they sold out. All these guys, the entertainers. All right. If you want to be somebody in this society, you got to sell out. You got to be a friend of the world. James chapter 4 and verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High, man. So that's a sellout. A sellout makes a bargain, a Faustian bargain. All right. They make a Faustian bargain. They agree for a piece of change, right? Or they agree with for that's why scripture say a gift destroyeth the heart, right? And stop at the mouth of the wise that they cannot reprove, right? That's why these celebrities don't say shit. They don't say nothing about what's going on. They know the secrets, the in and outs, and everything that's going on, man. They know everything that's going on. They telling the people. They could tell the people everything. That's why when Kent came out and said what he said, it was so like, oh shit, oh that's crazy, The people are over there, and that's things that we've been saying, right? The brothers out there on teaching, they've been saying that, right? But when it comes from an authoritative source, then the people will listen to it. The people are in shock because Cat Williams came out there and said that all these celebrities sold out and da da da. It's clear and plain to see. But somebody with the name like Cat Williams has to say it, right? And these guys are telling you right in your face. Mike Epps is showing you who they are, man. These people are telling you, you're right. We're ready to sell out. Like that's what they're saying, man. And I watched the stand up, man. It was kind of funny, whatever. I give props where credit's due. Man, the man's talented. They have different Like each comedian, they have their own thing. But Mike Epps got good comedic timing and shit like that. He's he was going at it with the dude from the club Shannon Sharp, which that dude's another Mo. He said he was like, this guy's a Mo, but all these dudes are Mo's, and that's what they do. They point the finger at each other just to like disperse the stigma, if you will, on that's on them. But they all part of the big club. They all part of the big club, man. So these are individuals who have taken the bag, man. First Timothy chapter 6, verse 10, it says, for the love of money is the root of all evil, while some have coveted after. They have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Yeah, you err from the faith. The gift is stop at the mouth, because they could use their platform for much good, right? They could be telling, they could be speaking the truth and all that. They could be saying that America's Babylon, who the Israelites are, and all that, but they choose to take the money. In the show, what did he say? He was like, what did he say? What did he say? Oh, yeah, he said, I went to TD Jake's house. I went to TD Jake's house, and it was like heaven. It's basically he threw some jokes in there about the Most High. He was like, white people don't know the Most High, because they when they talk about the Most High, yeah, that's true. Because these devils, these celebrities, they know the truth. They hear the truth, but they gotta sell out. They don't have the faith. All men have not the faith. So when you have the faith, you deny yourself, and you know what I'm saying, you depart from the world. But when you one of these niggas, you try to save your life in this world, man. John the 6th chapter. All right. John the 12th chapter, right? Too. All right. So it says Sirach 20 and verse 29. It says, presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise and stop his mouth that he cannot reprove. Wisdom that is hidden, treasure that is hoarded up, what profit is in them both? See, so these they know the truth, but they're not speaking it. These celebrities, they're ready to sell out. They're just ready to, they getting presents and gifts. They receiving presents and gifts, man. Mike Epps and and all the rest of them, Okay, that's the it says what? James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? They're totally friends of the Most High, friends of the world, I should say, which makes enemy of the Lord. All right, because you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have receive your consolation, right? These people have received their consolation. These mainstream guys, man. All right, the celebrities, man. All right, all these guys, all the major pastors, and if you got a major following, like if you got blue check marks, and then what I'm saying, they you're verified, you're verified with the government and all that stuff. Like they got a church set up for you, where you sitting there and then you collecting money and you collecting tithes and you collecting all people's information. That's a 501c3, like the 501c3, right? Anyone that takes a 501c3 is a government operative. They work for the government, just like anyone that works. If you have a Netflix special, or you're an actor on TV, or you're part of the system, you worship the beast in the image, and you're gonna take them CHIP, and they're gonna use you to promote the CHIP. They're gonna use your ass to promote that CHIP. They're gonna use you. You're a puppet. All right. The only ones that's free are the ones that's in this truth. It says what? Thou shalt know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. All right. The ones of you that's in this truth, the ones of you that true men of the Lord, you don't have a muzzle on your mouth like a celebrity would. A celebrity has a muzzle. They go up on a TV and they say, they read the prompt. They read the prompt that's there. All right. They don't come from the heart. The men of the Lord come from the spirit, right? They come from the Lord. They speak what the Lord puts it in them to speak, not some dude on TV that has like a prompter in front of him. That's why I like the meteorologists and shit and all them. They all go by the script. They don't say anything that's outside of the script, man. You know, they read the minute the it's gonna rain on this time, it's gonna do, and then they're gonna pass it on to Janice. And Janice, well, how's the sports? And then they're gonna go to So that's they make a contract with CBS or whoever, right? CBS got the all seeing eye in front of their shit. They can make a contract with whoever. They make a deal, and they were gonna pay you, depending on your name and all that. They're gonna pay you. If you're Stephen A. Smith, they're gonna give you like $10 million a year. But if you're like you're the local weather girl in your local city or whatever, your local anchorman, you ain't gonna be able to command a $10 million salary. You're gonna command much less, probably a couple 100,000 maybe. Who knows? But the um the point is that these individuals, these devils, have not they don't hide nothing anymore, man. All right, they don't hide anything anymore. It says First Timothy 6 and verse 11. But thou, O man of the Most High, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, and meekness. Yeah, because when you of the world, you ready to it entices you. You are, I mean, because this flesh is weak. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. All right. If you surround yourself around, that's why scripture says, be separate, to be ye holy. All right, as your Father in heaven is holy. Because um a soldier path is to be a separate from people of the world. Like it's a and that's what you are when you come into the truth. You're fighting the good fight of faith, right? You are separate from these people out here that's in Hollywood, that's in the school system, all these people, your family. You when you depart from iniquity, you make yourself a prey. So that comes with loneliness, that comes with ostracize ostracizing. All right, what's the word? Alienation, if you will. But um that's what it comes with, okay? Because even Yahushua, he had to flee from the people. He had to do certain, what I'm saying? He had kept a small circle, the 12. He wasn't with with the masses. He kept a small circle. The Lord had a small contingency. His Passover was small, and that's how he operated. Because um the multitudes, the scripture say the multitudes perished. It was born in vain. All right. The kingdom to come is but for a few. You know. Uh, so fight the good fight of faith, lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called and has professed a good profession before many witnesses. I give thee charge in the sight of the Most High, who quickeneth all things, and before Hamashiach Yahshai, who before Pontius Pilate witnessed a good confession, that thou keep this commandment without spot and rebukable until the appearing of our Lord Yahushai, which in times past, which in times he will show who is the blessed and only partner in the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Right. So see, the scripture say, woe to you that lost patience. Anyone that sells out has lost patience. They ain't got the patience. These dudes don't have the patience to wait on the Lord and wait on his kingdom, and they want the glory now. That's why they sell out. They want their glory now. They want their cake and eat it too. And behind the scenes, they're gonna pray to the Lord and da da da. I'm an Israelite, but in front of the camera, in front of the Netflix show, in front of whatever, in front of Paramount Pictures, for the paparazzi, they're gonna put on the ways of the world. That's what they're gonna subscribe to, because the money is the root of all evil. 1 Timothy 6:10. The money is the root of all evil. All right. While some have coveted after, they have what? Erred from the faith. While some have coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Pierce yourself through with many sorrows. All right, because with more money comes more problems. More money comes more problems. More money comes more hell. More money comes more bullshit. More more craziness. You know. All right. You live a more normal life when you ain't that well off financially, especially in this place, because they're trying to come after you when you got money. Wealth making many friends, but they're gonna come after you when you got money too. Okay, that put a target on your back. They tell you that when you got money, it puts a target on your back. You got something precious. That's why Esau is out to get the believers. Esau, the spiritual demon Satan, he's sifting, you know. So that's why I say hold fast that crown, right? Psalms 25 verse 20 says, "Keep, O my soul, and deliver me. Let me not be ashamed, for I put my trust in thee. Let integrity and uprightness preserve me." Which the celebrities, they ain't got no integrity, they got no uprightness. All right. For I will wait on thee, redeem Israel, O Most High, out of all his troubles. One of the troubles of Jake is not having no money. They ain't got no money, so they sell out, ready to sell out. All right, like Mike Epps said, ready to sell out. That's quick. That's a quick way to get to the, integrity takes a long road. It's not quick. Okay, selling out, making a corporate bargain is a quick thing. It's fast. It's quick. That's what the society pushes: instant gratification. All right, but integrity involves longevity. Okay, it involves the that's why the scripts say the race is not given to the swift, right? Run the race that you may obtain, right? But how you going to obtain is the marathon, the race, the endurance. The endurance to endure goes into the word endurance goes into the word endure. All right. You must endure all things that come upon you for the Lord's sake, and which these celebrities are not ready to do. All right. Mike Epps and them and DDG and these guys, they go around the prophets, they talk shit. Y'all funny, ha ha ha. Y'all out there teaching this Bible. All right. You have these normal people that do that, but how much more these puffed up millionaires? They got all this money. When you got too much money, it changes you. They say, "Oh no, it doesn't change." Yes, it does, because you can't be your normal self with $20 million or some shit in your account. You wouldn't be your normal self. You couldn't do the normal things that you do. You'd be doing extraordinary things. All right. You don't, but the integrity of the upright shall preserve it. So that's why the Lord made us poor. So you prove your integrity, and then the riches come. That's why it says the obtaining of authority, the fear of the Lord comes before the obtaining of the authority, man. All right. So integrity, it says innocence, blamelessness, chastity, purity, integrity, right? The pure in heart, right? The Lord said, "Blessed are the pure in heart." The chastity, blamelessness, innocence, right? Wholeness, completeness, purity, correctness, blamelessness, the wholeness, perfect condition, soundness of moral principle and character, entire uprightness or fidelity, especially in regard to truth and fair dealings. All right, fair dealings. Yeah, integrity. So when you make a deal with the devil, it's not an integral deal. It's not a deal in true faith or fair dealing, I should say, in good faith. It's not a good faith agreement. A Faustian bargain is always going to be beneficial to the not to you but to the other party. All right, because you're gonna have to give up something that's more valuable than money, which is your integrity. All right, which goes into the uprightness. All right, let integrity and uprightness preserve me. Psalms 25 and 21. For I wait for thee, for I wait on thee. Redeem Israel, O Most High, out of all his troubles. All right. And Jacob trouble is the thing that we're gonna be facing next. All right. The time of trouble like no other. These are the times we're living in, times of trouble. Perilous times shall come. All right. These are the times we're living in, man. Man should be lovers of their own self, boasters, proud, blasphemer, disobedient to parents, right? Gainsayers. These are the modern day individuals of the modern day leaders of the so-called black community, right? And they all sold out to Whitey. They all sold out to Whitey. They all made Faustian bargains. They all came underneath the devil's spell. All right. You wave a check, you could buy a nigga cheap. You wave a check in front of his ass, he gonna do what you say him, what you tell him to do. He gonna say what you want him to say. Psalm 26 and verse 21. Judge me, O Lord, for I have walked in mine integrity. I have trusted also in the Lord, therefore I shall not slide. Examine me, O Lord, and prove me, and try my reins and my heart. For thy loving kindness is before my eyes, and I have walked in thy truth. It says, I have not sat with vain persons, neither will I go with dissemblers. I have hated the congregation of evildoers, and will not sit with the wicked. I will not wash mine. I will wash my hands in innocency, and I will compass thy altar, O Lord, that I may publish with voice of thanksgiving and tell all of thy wondrous works. Lord, I have loved the habitation of thy house, and the place where thy honor dwelleth. All right. It says, gather not my soul with sinners, nor my life with bloody men, and whose hand is mischief, and their right hand is full of bribes. Bribes, right? That's what Mike Epps and them have taken. They have taken bribes. But as for me, I will walk in my integrity, redeem me, and be merciful unto me. My foot standeth in an even place, in the congregation will I bless the Lord. Right. But as for me, I will walk in my integrity and redeem me and be merciful unto me. Right. So the Lord's going to redeem those that wait upon him. And your patience possesses your souls, which a celebrity and them, they have no patience. These you know, the it says in Isaiah 3rd chapter, right? Children are their oppressors and women rule over them. 12th verse. Right? Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12 says, as for my people, children are their oppressors and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. Well, that's why the Lord Habashimashai has blessed us with such a magnificent truth, such a way, a guide that says, my lamp, thy law is a lamp unto my feet. You know, because these celebrities and them, they don't know the Lord like that. So they couldn't they couldn't understand why we forsaken the things that we forsaken. Right? They couldn't wait. But it's the Lord that makes you wait. It's the Lord that makes you endure. It's the Lord that makes you give up the things, the dainties of this world, you know. So that's not simple just to give up, you know, the average person, you know, couldn't give up, you know, the riches. They couldn't give up the things that you've given up, you know, that you brothers in this truth have given up, man. Because everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody don't nobody want to be poor. That's a lie. Nobody wants to be poor. Nobody wants to be on the bottom and shit like that. But that's the condition of Jacob. O thou worm, fear not that worm, O Jacob. Isaiah 41. Job chapter 31, verse 1. I made a covenant with my eyes. Why then should I think upon a maiden? What portion of the Most High is there from above? And what inheritance of the Almighty from on high? Is not destruction to the wicked and a strange punishment to the workers of iniquity? Yeah, the sellouts are workers of iniquity, man. Destruction to the destruction to the wicked, right? What's the portion of the Almighty from on high? Does not he see my ways and count all my steps? If I have walked with vanity, or if my foot have hasted to deceit, let me be weighed in an even balance, that the Most High may know mine integrity. Right. That's why it says charity cover a multitude of sins. Right. These things keep you in an even balance before the Most High. Right. That the Most High may know my integrity. Right. That's why it says that their works follow them. Right. Because you see the thing is, like, these sellouts, they have no work for the Lord. They have no, they're not pushing the plow of the Heavenly Father. So why would the Lord deem them to have integrity when they're doing nothing but filling their own pockets and, you know, living a life? They live in a life. The servants of the Lord, they're not living they're not living for themselves. They live for the Father. Okay. Uh, Job 31 and verse 6, it says, let me be weighed in an even balance, and that the Most High may know mine integrity. If my step have been turned out the way, and my heart walked after my own eyes, if any blot have cleaved to my hands, then let me sow and let another eat, and let my offspring be rooted out. If my heart have been deceived by a woman, or I have laid wait at my neighbor's door, then let my wife grind onto another, and let others bow down upon her. For this is a heinous crime. Yeah, it is an iniquity to be punished by the judges. Yeah, it's a heinous crime to be a sellout, man. Right? That's why Job said, "What? Let me be weighed and even balanced, man." Like it was a wicked thing what Judas Iscariot did, right? But the Lord said he knew that they would betray him. John 6 chapter, right? But there were some that believed not, right? Some of you that believe not, for Yahushua knew from the beginning who they were that believed not and who should betray him. And he said, "Therefore I say unto you that no man can come unto me except that it will be given unto him of my Father." From that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him. And they said unto Yahushua, "Of the 12, will you go also away?" Um, so yeah, man, that's the bitterness of the situation, because the sweetness that the celebrities enjoy, that's why they sell out. That's why they commit these heinous crimes, so they can have the sweetness, and they can't take the bitter. The bitter is for the lowly. That's why it says the meek shall inherit the kingdom. Because they're doing things that are difficult, not the things that are easy. It's easy to go and make a stand up, um, and make people laugh and shit. That's pretty easy. All right, anybody could really do it, as long as you could have been a class clown, and you could have became a stand up comic, because this is just how they this is how that's how those guys that are class clowns, they basically grow up to be just like these comedians. Job 31 and verse 8. Then let me sow, let another eat, let my offspring be rooted out. If my heart be deceived by a woman, so you could be deceived by a woman, or if I have laid wait at my neighbor's door, then let my wife grind onto another, and let others bow down upon her. So this is a heinous crime, yet it is iniquity to be punished by the judge. For it is a fire that consumes to destruction and would root out all of my increase. All right. So yeah, because scriptures speak about ill-gotten gains, and when you sell out, those are ill-gotten gains, man. All right. Those are ill-gotten gains. It says, Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 5, and the counsel of a heart man is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. Most men will proclaim everyone his own goodness, but a faithful man who can find? The just man walketh in his integrity; his children are blessed after him. Right. The just man walketh in his integrity; his children are blessed after him. Right. A king that sitteth in throne judgment scareth away all evil with his eyes. Who can say, I have made my heart clean and I am pure for sin? Them, the poor. That's why the Lord said the poor are blessed, right? Because their hands are clean, their heart is clean. Because really, when you become rich in this world, you got to do some dirt. You got to do some dirt. You got to lie, cheat, and steal, like Eddie Guerrero, man. You know, if you want to become a household name in a society, you got to sacrifice somebody's mama, somebody's daddy. If you want to have power, you want to get all the bitches. You're gonna have to get all the money, and that's why these dudes become drug lords and kingpins, you know, or they become a stand-up comedian. But to be a household name like Kevin Hart, you got to put on a dress. You got to do some strange for a piece of change, man. Psalms 42 and verse 2. It said, "My soul have thirsted for the Most High, Yahweh, for the living power. When shall I come and appear before the Most High? My tears have been meat night and day, while they continually say unto me, where is thy power? When I remember these things, I pour out my soul in me, for I had gone with the multitude, and I went with them to the house of the Most High with voice of joy and praise, and with a multitude they kept holy days." It says, let me jump down. Verse 8, it says, yet the Lord will command his loving kindness in the daytime, and in the night his song shall be with me, and my prayer shall be unto the Most High, the power of my life, and I will say unto the rock of my salvation, why hast thou forgotten me, or why will I go mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? All right, because that's what these celebrities say. Oh no, oh my God, they basically give up and they lose their faith or whatever, and we're gonna sell out and take this money. Oh well, it is what it is. as long as we good and our family get to eat. But the rest of that's why the scripture say John 15, no greater man love have any man that he laid down his life for his friends, because the Lord made himself with no reputation. He laid down his life for his friends. He didn't sell out. He could have sold out to the devil. Matthew the 4th chapter. He could have said, okay, whatever, I'll take this. But it wasn't written in the story that way. So it's all everything's predestined. So the Lord predestined to come die for the lamb, for his lambs, for his sheep, so that they would be returned again unto life. So they will be will have grace, will be forgiven of their sins, right? And ultimately enter into the rest, which is the kingdom of heaven, all right, where we'll be established the new covenant, where we'll be having the new bodies, and being rulers of the earth, and things of that nature, right? Which ultimately is what this is all about. Now, these niggas of today, they don't see these things because the scripts say not all Israel is of Israel. So the sellouts, they're gonna sell out, they're gonna become multimillionaires, and they're gonna make it in this world. They're gonna prosper. That's why King David said, I was envious of the prosperity of the wicked. He's seen that, look at these wicked niggas. They living their life, and then you here it is, you gotta have integrity and you gotta maintain yourself. But that's the long way. All right. The short path is to succeed quickly, and the sellout is going to succeed quickly. They push it in the TV for you to sell out. Just go ahead. The celebrities are telling you, just go ahead, get ready to sell out. Just if you want to be like me, you want to have this $1,000 leather jacket on, and, new teeth, and you want to talk about how you go to people's houses, and you want to talk about the new cars you get and all the women that you're gonna get after the show. Well, you got to sell out. You got to be like me. You know. Okay, Psalms 42 and verse 11. It says, why art thou cast down, O my soul? Why art thou disquieted within me? Hope thou in the Most High, for I shall yet praise him, who is the health of my countenance and my power. Though he slay me, though will I praise him. Will we receive good at the hands of the Most High, and not evil also? That's all. That's all Jake thinks that you're going to receive. Our people, all they think that you're going to get good things from the Lord. God is good all the time. You ain't always going to get good from the hand of the Lord. All right. Sometimes you got to get chastised. His in the stand up, he was like, yeah, why God got to do this? Black people been through a lot of shit. We know God real good. Yeah, you know the Most High real good because you the people. But they ain't gonna go out and say we are the people. They ain't gonna say we are the people. We are the Lord's people. There are things that they can't say. The only ones that's free. What the scripture say? We have this liberty in Yahushua, man. We have this treasure in earthen vessels. But Galatians 5:1 is a good one too. It says, stand therefore in the liberty wherein Yahushua had made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. The yoke of bondage, Christianity, whatever nigga shit these people are talking about, these celebrities and all that shit, the culture, the guns, the drugs, that's the yoke of bondage, man. When you growing up and you listening to Chief Keef, you listening to Snoop Dogg or whoever the fuck, if you listening to one of these people, and that this culture, you're around your uncles, your brothers, and all these people, and they're putting in this spirit on you of destruction, of death, of violence, of chaos, and all kind of shit. That you're just in this bubble, and that's what you become. You become a product of your environment. And then they're so desperate to get up out of there, they sell out and they do whatever they got to do. But that's why you got to thank the Most High that He bestowed this love upon you, and that He had mercy on you, man, because you could be just like these people, or if not worse. So anyway, it says Galatians 5:1, stand ye therefore in the liberty wherewith Yahushua had made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. Behold, I Paul say unto you, that if ye be circumcised, Yahushua shall profit you nothing. For I testify again to every man that is circumcised, he is a debtor to do the whole law. Yeah, Yahushua came to pay your debt. right? So that you have grace under the law. That doesn't mean that you have to, that you can't, you don't have to keep it, because you have grace. The Lord said, my grace is sufficient for thee, right? My grace is sufficient for thee. Here you go, 2 Corinthians 12:9. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Right? And these celebrities, they don't want to be made perfect in weakness. They want to take the low. You want to have 3 million followers on Instagram. You want to have 4 million followers on TikTok, whatever the hell, you know. These kind of things are what the world has become. The world has become a social media platform, basically, where everybody's just, you know, on social media. They got to add. If you don't have a page or whatever the hell, and you ain't got no following, you basically don't exist to the world. All right, the brands ain't gonna pay you. Just some regular individual. You're gonna live a lesser life, I guess, if you will. You know, everything's about becoming some brand sponsored deal or some shit like that. That's why these dudes will sell out immediately. All right, because you wanna open up the doors to the opportunities, but that's called having no integrity. Because once you do that, once you take the money, therein lies your voice. You ain't got no more voice. All right, Psalms 78 and verse, like the comedians, they get up on stage, they can't say nothing real. They can't say nothing real. They have to say everything that's in the script, man. Psalm 78, and the difference between the men of the Lord, right? They're reading out the Lord's script, so it's the Lord's words. You know, Psalm 78 and verse 70, it says, "And he shall choose David, also his servant, and took him from the sheepfolds, from Jacob, following the ewes of great with young. He brought him to feed Jacob his people, and Israel his inheritance. So he fed them according to the integrity of his heart." Yeah? King David fed them according to the integrity of his heart, and guided them by the skillfulness of his hands. All right. See, those are your true shepherds, your true leaders. They feed you according to the integrity of their heart, as King David, a man after the Most High's heart. All right. First Kings chapter 9 and verse 1, it says, "And it came to pass, when Solomon had finished the building of the house of the Lord and the king's house, all Solomon's desire which he pleased to do, that the Lord appeared to Solomon the second time, as he appeared unto him at Gibeon. And the Lord said unto him, I have heard thy prayer and thy supplication that thou hast made before me. I have hallowed this house which thou hast built, to put my name therefore forever. And my eyes and my heart shall be there perpetually. If thou wilt walk before me as David thy father walked, in the integrity of his heart, and uprightness, to do according to all that I have commanded thee, and will keep my statutes and my judgment, then will I establish the throne of thy kingdom upon Israel forever, as I promised to David thy father, saying, there shall not fail thee a man upon the throne of Israel." That's right. So the fulfillment of that is going to be when the Lord returns, the return of the king, like Lord of the Rings, the third chapter. Yeah. Then shall I establish the throne of thy kingdom upon Israel forever, as I promised to David thy father. All right. Solomon, the fulfillment, ultimately, the 40 years of peace he had shall be multiplied to infinity and beyond, like Buzz Lightyear has said. Right? If you shall walk in the integrity of thine heart, see, go back to the word integrity, innocence and blamelessness, chastity and purity. When you take the money, you're no longer pure. You become defiled, like a hoe. A hoe is defiled because she take the money and she let men pump and dump her. And that's a woman that's not a mother. You can't put your seed up in there. Can you imagine your seed be polluted? Your seed will be polluted. That's why the scriptures speak about the marriage bed being honorable. The marriage bed is honorable and undefiled. It should be undefiled. Hebrews 13. Let's go there. That's the marriage bed, man. All right. It says, Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. It says, marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers the Most High will judge. James 4 and 4. It says, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? That's a celebrity. A celebrity is he has friendship with the world. He's in cahoots. He's doing a handshake with the Faustian bargain with the devil. He's going to the BET headquarters. He's going to you know what I'm saying, Sony, whatever. Like this man Anuel AA. This dude, his dad was a executive at Sony, and that's how all these dudes get up there. They get up there and they become these You're like, all these guys have talent, right? And they never make it nowhere, right? They never make it to the NBA. They never make it to the pros, and you never hear about them. It's not because they didn't have no talent. It's because they didn't have the right connections. They didn't have the right connections. You got to know somebody to know somebody that knows somebody. Then they get you an opportunity, and then boom, you do something strange for a piece of change behind the scenes, and then boom, you're in front of the TV, Mike Epps stand up, ready to sell out. That's how they get there, and then they're able to leverage relationships. That's how Hollywood works. That's how the corporate world works, and that's how you hear about a dude like Jay-Z. How do you think he became the Def Jam president? uh, President of Def Jam, a nigga back then in the '90s becoming the president of Def Jam, and then he was signing niggas and shit, and that's where all these dudes like Master P came along, and now they were CEOs, Birdman, and you had Dr. Dre doing shit like that, and you had all these people, but somebody had to be the one that opens the door, but somebody got to go to Whitey. Somebody got to go to Whitey and become one of the top witches and start doing all them rituals, and then they'll bring along. Oh yeah, we'll bring along the other niggas with us. Let's bring along these other niggas. Yeah, we'll accept them. Yeah. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know you not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High. That's right. So, a whole, going back to the point, she defiled the marriage bed. That's why adultery is wicked, because your woman is supposed to be your woman, right? But if another man enters up in there, that's defilement, or that's Jeremiah 3rd chapter. That's what defile bed. Jeremiah chapter 3 and 3 and verse 1. This I say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again, and shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord. Right. So there you go. That's a defiled land. That's a defiled woman. All right. And us as the chaste virgin of the Lord, right? I have espoused thee as the chaste virgin of the Lord. You gotta keep yourself pure, unspotted from the world, blameless. You can't be blameless if if you like Kendrick Lamar and them. Kendrick Lamar said, he said, I'm an Israelite. Don't call me black no more, And they had to pull him. They had to pull him to the side. Hey, look, Kendrick, man. We're gonna have to kill your ass if you keep talking. That's why he came out and blasphemed the Lord right after he came out. What happened? He came out there and blasphemed the Lord. When he was up there doing his album. What's the other one called? What was that album called? Mr. Moral and the Big Steppers. Yeah. Yeah, so he was on an article, he was on a cover on many articles, but on his album cover, his ass was on there, with the crown of thorns and all that shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, he was making mockery, because that's what they do. They make these guys do rituals where they make mockery of their own heritage, make themselves look bad. Like when you become a mo, like in front of the cameras, you're a mo. These are rituals to make the so-called black man look bad, to make the other youth look up to that and see, oh, well, that's okay. If he does it, he's successful. Well, I could do it. And then yeah, there's just destruction, total destruction and abomination. So Proverbs 11 and verse 1. A false balance abomination to the Lord, but a just way is his delight. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. The integrity of the upright shall guide them. The integrity of the upright shall guide them. Your integrity is going to guide you. All right. But the perverseness of transgression shall destroy them. Riches profit not in the day of wrath. Riches profit not in the day of wrath. When you have too much riches, that's why the scripture say it's easier for the camel going to the eye of a needle and for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. All right. Mark chapter 10 and verse 25 says, it is easier for a camel to go into through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High. All right. Easier. It's easier for you because these rich folk, they're not gonna give up what they got. All right. They're not gonna give up what they got because they ain't got no integrity. They wouldn't die for a cause that's not paying them right now. The cause is not paying you. So why would they they need their little money. They need their check. Whichever money is a defense, but the love of money is what drives you to do heinous things, heinous crimes. Right? That's a heinous crime. Like Job said, that's a heinous crime. Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. That's right. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright shall deliver them, but transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness. Yeah, when you being naughty, you you on the bad list basically, right? On Santa's list. They Santa represent the devil, right? Santa represents the devil. Santa Claus, man. Are you growing up? They show you Santa Claus. That's the white devil. They're like Jesus Christ. Everything that's supposed to be good in the society is bad, right? Everything that's supposed to be good is bad, and what's bad is good, right? It's all inverted. That's what Aleister Crowley and them has said. As above, so below. All right. The yin and the yang. The basically that's what, when you see these people talking about the esoteric, all this bullshit is the Babylonian new age nonsense. All right. Which that's why scripture says, seek out the old paths, wherein is the right way. Jeremiah 6:16. So it says Psalm 7:6, arise, Lord, in thy anger, and lift up thyself because of thy rage of my enemies, and awake for me to judgment that thou hast commanded. So shall the congregation of the people compass thee about for their sakes. Therefore return thou on high. That's what the Lord is about to do. The Lord shall judge the people. Judge me, O Lord, according to my righteousness and according to my integrity that is in me. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just, for the righteous power track the hearts and the reins. Yeah, and he knows everything that's done under the sun. Who make backroom deals? The celebrities, they're out there being exposed in front of the world. The Lord is allowing their tongues to fall upon themselves. These devils, so-called white people. All right, um, who are the devil that the Bible speaks of. Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked, and it covered the face of the judge thereof. We're the judges. All right, the nation of Israel. That's why you're at the bottom, and that's why the scripture said, "Pray without ceasing." That the Lord has few days that He cut down these days. All right, for the elect's sake. Psalms 7:9. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just. For the righteous power trieth the hearts and reins. My defense is of the Most High power, which saveth the upright in heart. The Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death, for the sellouts, the instruments of death, for TD Jakes, and for all these Judas goats that you see on the Grammy stage. You know, they all know about the truth. They all know about, they've all heard about the Hebrew Israelites, and they all understand, saying that this is the truth, but they don't. That people shall be willing in the day of that power. At the end of the day, everything's all about power. You understand that? That's what the Lord is all about. The Lord, the scripture, the word, is all about power. And this world, they can say, oh, love, equality. It's all about who got the power at the end of the day. All right. And the Lord's gonna give his power to them that wait upon him. All right. To them that wait upon him. That's who the Lord is gonna give the power to rule over the nations. All right. Psalms chapter 7 and verse actually that's the point on that. That's the point on that. Proverbs 11 and verse okay, read that. Let me read verse 3 again. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perversion of transgressors shall destroy them. Right. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. And that's what we ultimately want, to be delivered from death. All right. Like Job. Like Job was delivered from the hands of the spiritual demon Satan. It says Job 2 and 3, and the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High and sheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without a cause. See, Job held his integrity, though thou movest Satan was moved against him. All right, and Satan answered the Lord, saying, skin for skin, yet all that a man hath will he give for his life. All right. So yeah, man, Job said what? He still hold fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him. All right. He maintained his integrity, man. And that's what it's all about. Maintaining your integrity. It's all about enduring. All right. The sure reward is promised to those that wait. Wait ye upon me, right? Okay. Again, I should have read this earlier. Matthew 19, verse 23 says, then Yahushua said unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High. And when his disciples heard this, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved? But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but the Most High all things are possible. Yeah, so there's certain contingency. There's like a few rich folk that may get some mercy from the Lord. A few rich folk. That's why it says nothing impossible with the Lord. But the Lord did say it's harder for a camel to go into the eye of a needle, man. All right, than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom, because they're hardly gonna forsake their lives in this world for the kingdom of heaven's sake, man. All right, that's what it takes, man. All right, like the Lord lost all things. We suffered the loss of all things, right? John chapter 12 verse 25 says, he that loveth his life shall lose it. A celebrity loves his life. Why the fuck would he love his life? His life is full of dainty things. That's why the scripture say, set not thy heart upon dainty things, man. All right, meats, wines, women, right? Wine and women make a man heart to fall away. I say that? Make your heart to fall away. It makes your heart to wax weak. All right. The scripture says, so that says men, Job 38:3. So he said men, you're gonna wax weak if you are unsatiable in dainty things, man. It says Proverbs 23 and verse 1. When thou sittest to eat with a ruler, consider diligent what is before thee. Ooh, before you go and eat before you go to Esau's table and partake, consider diligently the price, count the cost. Like Luke 14 said, when we come into this truth, we count the cost for the Lord's sake. And you got to count the cost, man. You're going to serve the left-hand side, man. You're going to go serve the left-hand side, man. It's going to be some, it's going to be some, it's going to be something to consider, man. Because, hey, just like when you watch that movie, The Devil's Advocate, oh no, The Devil's Lawyer, what was that? With Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. He made a deal with the devil, but he didn't know what was going to come with it. His girl started dying and shit. His girl was like, his life started to come apart and shit, even though he had the promotion, the money and all that. Right, that's a good movie. Al Pacino ended up being the devil, but great actor, man. And Proverbs 23 and verse 2, it says, "And a knife to the throat, if thou be get a man given to appetites, be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat." See, be not desirous of his dainties. Don't be desirous of this cracker white man's dainties, man. All right, because they're what? They're snares and traps, and your ass would be taken. All right. America is what? The whore that flatter with her lips. The strange woman, the lips of a strange woman that flatter with her lips, and she'll seduce your ass if you ain't careful. Dainty. That's why scripture say, Micah 2 and 10, "As you depart for this natural rest, was polluted, will destroy you with the sword destruction." Dainty, delightful, pleasing thing. All right. Excellent choice. Delicate, pretty. Exquisite taste of a skillful thing. All right. Fastidious. It says fine, delicate, weak. That which regards affection, pleasure, which ultimately leads to being weak. Because when you consider the men of the ancient world, why they lived so long, so strong, obviously because we was closer to the power back then. But one of the other reasons, because they lived a healthy, clean, stoic lifestyle, which they didn't eat all these sugary shit. They didn't sit in the house 24/7 and drive in the car, or get on the. It's just impossible, and well, not impossible. It's very hard to not be sedentary in this place. It's not, you have to get out there and physically go to the gym or go running or something like that, or go for a hike to keep active. Because if you don't, you turn to a couch potato, which ultimately we've all been there. Because it's just the society we live in. It's a fucked up place where you're eating poison foods, you're eating GMOs, you're around poison niggas and people and women. The women are poisoned and shit against you. Proverbs 23 and 3, it says, "Be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat. Be not desirous of this devil's dainties. Labor not to be rich, for cease from thy own wisdom." Yeah, and Mike Epps and them are laboring to be rich. All right. All these guys that go to the NFL, all them people that they're all laboring to be rich. Which at the end of the day, that's their lot. But our lot is not that lot to be some of this world. To give our goddamn lives to this devil, to the serpent. The scripture say in Joshua 24, "Who shall you serve?" So, choose this day, 15 chapter, 15 verse. Who choose this day who you shall serve? You know, Actually, again, let's go down there. Let's go down there. Joshua 24 chapter. The Savior. Who shall you choose, man? Joshua 24 verse 14. Now therefore the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, fear him and serve him in sincerity and truth. How you serve the Lord in sincerity and truth? You got to give up all this bullshit of this world. All right. You can't serve the Lord in sincerity and truth, and you didn't took the bag. All right, like the rest of you know, like the GOTC, they took the bag. IUIC is, I mean, you don't have to have the fit. I mean, you can see if a man takes away the names of the Lord, starts switching up the doctrine, saying that ain't no micro C hips, takes does weird agent provocateur behavior, out there. These could be considered men that have taken the purse, even though you don't see it. Or you gotta see where they took the Faustian bargain. Well, it's right there in the open. Okay, it's right there in the open where Mike Epps and them took the deal. Mike Epps and them took the deal right there. That nigga said, "Man, we gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do." That's what he said, boy. But the integrity of the upright shall preserve them. That's what's going to preserve you, man. The integrity of the upright, the Holy Spirit, which dwells in the heart of the believers, in the heart of the chosen. All right. It says Joshua 24 and verse 14. Now therefore fear the Lord and serve him in sincerity and truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord. And if it seems evil unto you to serve the Lord, Choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your father served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, or in whose hands you dwell. For as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. All right. You gotta make a choice, which ultimately the Lord's gonna make it for you. Put it in your mind to do so. Whether you're gonna bug out or whether you're gonna maintain yourself in His truth, whether you're gonna become a sellout, whether you're gonna be like Mike Epps and become some actor, some Friday after next actor, which Jake got their talents, but we have the greatest talents, which is to serve the Lord, to understand His word, all right, and to know His will. That's why I say I called you friends. I have no longer called you servants. I've called you friends. So be not desirous of His dainty things, Proverbs 23:3. For they are deceitful meats. Labor not to be rich. Cease from thy own wisdom. Wilt thou set thy eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings, and they fly away as an eagle, fly towards heaven. All right. It's uncertain. One day you got money, and the next day you ain't got a goddamn thing. All these dudes like MC Hammer and all them niggas, they're all punching the air. All them are poor. They done sold out and did all kind of wickedness, and they're punching the air because they know they hurting. They know they fucked up. They know they this because they took the bag. It became you didn't have sex with men. You didn't did all kind of weird shit, and 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 now you broke. You know what kind of feeling that must be. All that shit was for nothing. All your goddamn manhood gone. You ain't worth a damn. You ashamed to look at yourself in the mirror. That's how these celebrities feel. That's why they all on drugs. You see them? They drive for overdosing drugs. 21 years old, 18, 19. You'd be like Juice World dying at 17 or some shit. Cause what? Because you take them damn drugs, pills, but to cope with with your own bullshit. All right, that you've done for the money. All right, but but that's why scriptures speak about having a clear mind, a clear conscience. All right? We don't have nothing to hide because we've been walking in the integrity of the Lord. All right, being in His truth, following the commandments, and that keeps you away from all kind of filth and wickedness. Because when you involve yourself with the damn world, then that's why scripture say, "No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier." All right, you don't entangle yourself with the affairs of this goddamn life. All right, because it's full of shit, full of dirt. You want to keep yourself clean. All right. Um. Then 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 you involved with the mafia. You involved with the look at all these celebrities. They're involved with the Cosa Nostra, and they're involved with this person and that person. They got all kind of dark shit going on. Come to find out, man, that money come with a lot of shit. You're gonna figure it out though. All right. Sirach 37 verse 27. My son, prove thy soul in thy life and see what is evil for it. You're gonna see what's good for you and what's bad for you. All right. But the scriptures tell you, all right, to warn you. The things are written aforetime, written of our learning. All right. That through patience and faith you may have comfort through the scriptures. It says, and give not that unto it, for all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything. Be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. Yeah, Proverbs 23 and 3. Right? What does it say? Be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat. Labor not to be rich, and cease not from thy own wisdom. Like the Lord told the wicked scribes and Pharisees. I mean, like He told them. Oh, I think it was them that asked Him, "Who is this inscription?" Or was it? I think it was a regular town folk. But either way, I'm not gonna go to the account right now. But either way, He responded. The Lord said, "Whose inscription is this?" And it was Caesar's inscription. Give Caesar unto Caesar. Caesar render unto Caesar. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Give him what is due unto him. So that's why the Lord made the statement, Proverbs 23 and 3. Be not desirous of his dainties. It's not our dainties. It's this devil's dainties. Okay, they are deceitful meat. You get it? You know what I'm saying? You sit there, you feeling yourself with the money, you taking pictures with the, da, 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 da. But ultimately, it's gonna be your downfall. You know. It's gonna be your downfall because you're gonna have to take that micro C hip to keep all that shit. You know. So labor not to be rich and cease from thy own wisdom. That's your own wisdom. That's why the scripture say, lean not upon your own understanding. Right? You got to go to the scriptures and examine. Because the scripture say, search the scriptures, for in them you think you have life, like the church of Berea. They was examining the scriptures, for in them they thought they have life. They was diligent, they was noble, they was of a high rank and status and class and mind, right? And body and soul, because what? They were of a studious ilk, study to show herself approved, a workman needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. When you are a studious workman, you have no need to be ashamed because you rightly divide the word of truth. Okay? That's why the Lord said, I'll give you a tongue that none of thy adversaries shall be able to gainsay nor resist. That's what Isaiah 54 and 17 go into as well. So Sirach 37 and verse 29. Be not insatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. For excess of meat bringeth sickness, and suffering will turn into choler, disease, right? By suffering have many perished, but he that taketh heed shall prolong his life. We're gonna have everlasting life. They take a heed to the word of the Lord. All right. Though it's bitter, and though you may feel that, oh, going to the world is more easy, or doing this is more easy, or it's easier to just fucking throw in the towel. Like, that's what the celebrities do. They throw in the towel. They're like, all right, quick way to get to the top. Okay, we're gonna sleep with a Jew, you know. All right, but it says, James chapter 1 and verse 15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. For if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. 16 verse, for all that is in the world, and the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the heavenly Father doeth abide forever. All right, James 4 and 4 again, that's spirit. Yep. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the power. All right, which that's why the Lord told us keep us separate from the world, man. All right, it is better. Ecclesiastes 7 and 2, better go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. But as the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart, sorrow is better than laughter. For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. That's right. That's when you're growing, when you're going through the fire. A fire, acceptable men are tried in the furnace of adversity. That's all this truth is about. It's all about growing. That's why the scripture say grow in grace. The if we was in the fullness of the stature, we are be in the kingdom. But the Lord is pulling out the understanding, right? Wellspring of life, right? A man of understanding will draw it out. Well, the Lord is pulling out the understanding out of us. The Lord said, I will put you in remembrance, though you once knew this. Okay. The heart of the wise is in the heart of the house of mourning, but the heart of fools in the house of mirth. A fools in a happy-go-lucky uh, 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 celebrity mindset. Like Gorilla Hebrew and all these other guys. They're like celebrities. They're like fucking. They're like brands themselves, where they selling merchandise and this and that, and having party Passovers and attention gathering ceremonies and strippers here and events here, and the ministry is not the sole focus. All right. So it says, 1 Corinthians 9 and 25 says, and every man that strive for the mastery is a temper in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we are incorruptible. That's right. An incorruptible crown, which ultimately is for the poor of this world, not for the rich, because you can't have your cake and eat it too. You gotta decide who you're gonna serve. The Lord, he said, you cannot serve the Most High and Mammon. You gotta make a choice. James 5 and 3, your gold and silver is canker, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire, and ye have heaped treasure for the last days. That right, that treasure, all the treasure gonna be given to the elect. So everybody that could have the money right now, all that shit is vain. It's all in vain. He that gathereth riches gathereth for the spoil of others, right? Yeah, it's good too. Hey, Proverbs 13 and verse. And verse 5, a righteous man hateth lying, but a wicked man is loathsome and comes to shame. Righteousness keepeth him that is upright in the way. That's right. The upright in the heart shall keep their integrity, right? But wickedness overthroweth the sinner. Wickedness overthrows the sellouts, like Mike Epps and them. There is that maketh himself rich, yet has nothing. See, you make yourself rich, all right, Rick Ross and all these people. You make yourself rich, you have nothing. There is that making himself poor, yet have great riches. The ransom of a man's life are his riches, but the poor heareth not rebuke. The ransom of a man's life are his riches, but the poor heareth not rebuke. The light of the righteous rejoiceth, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. It says, only by pride cometh contention, but with the well advised is wisdom. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished. Well, how these niggas get their wealth? By vanity. Vanity. The scriptures say riches are not common to a niggard, right? It also goes on to say in Ecclesiastes, I've seen servants. No, no. I've seen folly set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place. This the 10th chapter, 6th verse, right? Ecclesiastes. Um, Folly set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place, man. All right. The ones that have the folly, the ones that are in folly are setting in great dignity. They're getting Netflix specials. They're getting talked about on daytime TV, and they're prospering in this world because you got to be a fucking mo to prosper in this world. You got to be a less of a man to prosper in this world. If you're a true man, there's a war on masculinity. All right, you see, there's a war on masculinity. There's a war on being a straight up Israelite man. You know, there's a war on that throughout the world. All right, they want to turn you into a Shannon Sharp, man. You know, they turn your ass into a Shannon Sharp or a DJ Academics. You know, it says Proverbs 13:11 says, "Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase." All right, what labor? The work of the Lord, man. All right, the work of the Lord, you're gonna increase. Matthew 19:30. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. 1 Timothy 6:10 again, yeah. But love money is the root of all evil, while some have coveted after they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows, which ultimately all them that you know what I'm saying, turn their back on the Lord will turn their back on them. Ashamed of the gospel. Scripture speak about being ashamed of the gospel. The Lord will deny you before the Father if you deny him. So all these celebrities have denied the Lord. Okay. Mike Epps and them, all of them, Cat Williams, all of them on TV. They all went away, and none of them is right. All right. Um, that if you rich in this world, you ain't right. That's the moral of the story. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall be increased. Man. So with that, a call la Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Kakudash. I want to pastor as great millstone. Peace, salutations to the elect. Shalom.